Ilapit mo lang sa
Malapit lang daw po. Itutok mo daw, Ate Ana.
tutok mo. Tapos
Itutok like you mean it.
iputok mo.
Ganun pala. Yes, yes.
Na mental block ako. Mr. John Brian, what can we expect from Mentork Productions after Malyari? And with your collaboration with Warner Brothers, may expect din ba namin kayo to go into international projects?
Actually, when I started doing film, isa lang din po yung talagang personal sa akin po, na kung nakita nyo, narinig nyo po silang lahat, na may pagmalaki ang kulturang Pilipino in a way ng pelikula natin dito. Sarili talaga nating kultura. When I read the script, na binigay, napakagandang script na binigay sa akin, sabi ko, may hirap din itong palampasin. Actually, nung nagsimula kami, there are a lot of non-believers because I'm new also, diba? And mahirap yung journey namin. Actually, ako until now, hindi ako makapaniwala kung nasaan kami ngayon. And a lot of people now, after the Warner Brothers, natutuwa po kami dahil ang dami po namin bumuhos na suporta. That's why. And I think, isa sa pinaka, ito po yung maraming missed opportunities. It's because with these talented people, the only thing that we need to do is give them the best environment so that yung creative juices will come into fruition, and that's what Malyari was able to make. No? At mapapanood nyo po yan sa 25. And yan din ang rason kung bakit bumuo ang Warner. Ano po? And that's a seal of approval. Tayo po dito, we have a unique way of storytelling tayo mga Pilipino. And definitely, that's the big dream. Pwede lang po akong mangarap ngayon. Pero definitely, yun po talaga ang pangarap namin. And it wouldn't be done just because mentor yun, but because nakita ko kasi ako po ang pinaka-stranger sa lahat sa kanila pagdating sa pelikula. Pero nung tumapak ko sa set, yung glimmer nung mata nila, yung tawag dito, yung passion nila on doing the film, as long as you give them all the tools that they need. Ano po? Hindi po ito nagsimula na malaki dahil malaki lang trip namin, malaking production. But at the end, yun ang requirement ng storya. Tama po ba? So we just made sure that they're able to deliver with everything that they need. So nandun kami, nasa likod kami, yung mentor nasa likod kami ng lahat ng pangangailangan nila. Ayun po. Actually, hindi po din yun ganun kadali. Ang daming debate, direct. Diba? Ang daming debate. And also, syempre, nung una, hindi po talaga naniniwala. Pero, ang ginawa lang po namin is really give them the best environment. Kasi yun dapat po ang ibigay sa lahat po ng malilikhang Pilipino. Ayan, di ba? Yun po dapat ang ibigay. At nakita niyo naman po, ito po naging resulta, ang Malyari. And kami, really, Mentor Production, ako po personally, nangangarap po ako na mapabilang din tayo doon. Na they wanted to work with us because magagaling tayo. So, kung yung opportunity para ilabas ang galing ng Pilipino, kami po ang maging susi or maging umpisa, will be happy to play that role. And I'm very happy right now that along the way, ang dami po ngayon that's talking to us because sabi ko sa nila, you just have to give. Mahal na po ang sinihan. Pero hindi tayo dapat mag-isip backwards. Mahal ang sinihan, so ibigay natin worth it dapat. Tama? Hindi dapat tayo paatras. Kasi wala na po tayong magagawa, may inflation eh. Pero at the end of the day, that's why we're this from day one. It's because I think audience is king. Let's give them worth it nung kanilang pera. So yun po yung role ng mentor.
Okay. Tita Erlinda, go ahead.
Hi, kay Direk Abrido. Direk. Impressive yung trailer niya, no? Magmakinis. So, gusto ko lang malaman kung sabi mo nga fan ka ng mga horror films. So, yung mga naging box office hits ng mga horror films sa US, yung mga Japanese, Korean horror films, can we compare now? Yung sa kinis niyan, kaya na natin makipag-compete?
Well, sir, tita, yes. For me, I could say, yes, kaya naman po. Like what Brian said na tag dito, it's a matter of setting a standard. Na kaya naman po siya. Hindi naman, I think, ano naman po we have that capability. I mean, to be honest, most of our VFX artists here are being hired and outside to do international work. It's just that na hindi natin alam yon. And the main reason for that, because of mas malaking bayad doon, syempre. And kung sa nakita ko ang na-experience ko with shooting with Malyari, to be honest, ito po yata yung biggest na ginawa ko na mahaba yung shoot and then the preparation, lahat-lahat, from pre-production to post-production. I mean, with the support na binigay sa amin ng producer, I would say na yes, kaya po siya. Hindi siya madali. Excuse me, hindi po siya madali, pero kung gusto talaga natin ng ganitong quality, ito po talaga yun eh. I mean, kailangan natin daanan. Kung gusto natin ng something like ng Asian horror or Thai or may pantay man siya into an Western type of movie, yun.
Mas madugo nga lang.
Madugo ang process, pero natutog po, kaya naman po siyang gawin.
Good luck. And kay Piolo. Piolo, parang sa panahon mo ngayon, hindi ka na image conscious. Kumbaga tumatanggap ka ng mga out of the box na role tulad nito, di ba? Na 3 character, isang pare, pumapatay. So, ano pa ang pwede mong gawin na makaka-challenge sa kakayahan mo bilang isang aktor?
Sabi direct, susunod daw 5 ako.
5 character.
Last ko na yun.
Siya na lang ang character.
Hindi ko naman po in-expect na mag-play ng 3 character. For the record, I turned this down. Sabi ko, kaya ko ba ito? Pagod na ako sa ginagawa ko. So, but when I found out about the reality that Malyari was, sabi ko, baka naman po. As an actor, I guess it's your job to always push yourself, to always do something different. And I guess for my growth as well, for my evolution, I want to be able to give myself that challenge so that I can become better. Hindi naman po pwedeng mag-rest ka sa laurels mo. Hindi naman pwedeng mag-settle ka palagi. And I have this big opportunity to be able to choose the roles that I can play. And this time around with the streaming platform, mas broad na po kasi yung mga roles na pwede mong tanggapin. So mas madali na mag-diversify nowadays. And I guess for me, I'm just really passionate about my job, about what I do, and open po ako sa kahit na anong role na pwedeng magbigay sa akin ng challenge para mag-grow pa rin po ako sa craft ko.
Isa na lang Doon sa sinabi mo kanina, sa tanong ni Morley na anong tatakutan mo, takot kang mamatay. Di ba parang at your age, very young age, pero kung sakasakali na kung anong gusto mong iwang legacy? Kung baga, anong preparasyon? Kung nasa prime ka pa lang ng buhay mo.
Whatever I've been doing the last 25 years is the legacy that I'm gonna leave behind. Hindi ko naman po ma-experience yung pagkatapos, so I'm just working on that. Unconsciously and consciously as well. That's why I always wanna be able to, do everything right and best foot forward at all times.
Okay, thank you and good luck sa movie, sa
Thank you po.
Malyari.
Thank you, Tita Erlinda. Next, we have Jude Cartalaba. Jude? Asan ka na? Ayun, nasa taas ka pala. Followed by Job Scarpio Cruz. And then, one of the Troikas, Gorgie Rula. Finally, Char.
Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations. I'd like to throw the question to Sir Enrico, to the producer and director, Derek. Since 4 years in the making naman yung Malyari, in the process of completing it, si Papa Pina ba talaga ang naiisip yung na first and last na actor to assume the character? And when did you convince him to take that offer?
The truth is, the first name that came up on the whiteboard nung nagbe-brainstorming tayo sa Nung first day pa lang namin ng brainstorming, ang unang-unang pangalan na nasa whiteboard ay si Piolo. And then, dumating na iba't ibang pangalan and all that. And then, balik din kay Piolo. And to convince Piolo, all we had to do was pitch. Tapos, sa pitch, tuwan-tuwa ka, yung pala tinanggihan mo. Hindi ko alam. Akala ko in the bag. Before the pitch. Akala ko naman. Sabi ko, tinanggap. Hindi mo. Anyway, ngayon ko lang nalaman na, muntik mo ng tanggihan. Yes, but the 4 years was 4 years of research. The project itself took a little less than a year. Yes, and doon ang paghahanap ng cast.
So you were all in agreement, kayong tatlo, na it's Piolo?
Yes, top of the whiteboard.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I'd like to throw this question to Piolo. Since at that time kasi, Father Malyari was suspected to be mentally disturbed, do you think his death sentence at the time was rightful?
Gosh, that's
Lalo na
hard.
pagdating sa panahon ngayon.
I'm not in a position to actually answer that because my story revolved around around the relationship between the mother and the son. So whatever sentence that was given him, that was a precedent to the Gomburza. So it was a big thing back then. And if you were to ask me personally, yeah, he was really mentally disturbed. But if it was rightful, I don't know how it was during that time. If it was right, but that was the first debate that's a precedent to the Gomburza beheadings too. Hindi ko masasagot po yun.
Your thoughts, Direk Enrico?
Sabi ko nga noon, ang hirap, ay, ano ba? Ano ba nangyari? Anyway, sabi ko nga, mahirap sagutan kasi nung panahong yon, ang baliw, either nakulam, nasapian ng demonyo, o sisa, baliw sisa. So, hindi sophisticated. Ngayon, pag tinignan natin, may ADHD, may bipolar, mas alam natin mas may simpatya tayo. Nung panahong yun, kakadena ka lang So, maaring mas mabuti pang sabihin na lang na bitayin siya kasi hindi nila alam gamutin. And then at the same time, sabi nga ni Piolo, Piolo astute to point out, may political issue kasi yon. Dahil hindi dati nabibitay ang Pilipino, ay ang pare, ever, hindi nabibitay sa Pilipinas. Kasi parang Diyos ang tingin ng Pilipino noon sa pare. And then siya ang una. Kaya sumunod-sunod na yung Gomburza. May political din doon dahil Pilipino siya, hindi Kastila. Pag Kastila yung pumatay ng 57 na tao, hindi yung bibitayin. Ibabalik lang yun sa Madrid. So maraming issue, maraming layers nga, sabi nga natin, maraming magandang pag-usapan tungkol doon. So hindi lang siya kwento ng takot, kwento din siya ng history natin kung paano rin tayo tinatakot ng iba't ibang tao. So yes, rightful or not, yun ang nangyari noon. Direct.
I would add lang dito sa sinabi ni Enrico. Malaking factor din kasi that we have to realize during that time, we don't have the mental health. Kumbaga, wala tayong ganun. We only take care the physical disease. Pero we don't have any, kumbaga, wala tayong pangangalaga in terms of mental health. So, malaking factor din yun. Kung tatanungin niyo ngayon kung regarding sa pagbitay, ngayon sa panahon ngayon ito, tapos nun baliw, I think it's a basic answer na hindi. Diba? Pero at that time, maraming issues. And then at the same time, hindi pa napag-aaralan ng mental health. Which is the case of Severino Malyari. Diba? Mentally disturbed, schizophrenia, possible, multiple personality disorder, definitely. So, in that case, kung tatanungin nyo ngayon yung situation for that time, sasabihin natin hindi. Pero that time, hindi natin masasagot. Because it's multiple layered of issues from political to religious, and then at the same time, psychological and the society itself. It's a reflection of different things Mahirap siyang sabihin natin, tama, mali. Yun po.
Okay, thank you